Welcome back, 10Xers. Today, we resume our journey to a 10X portfolio. Last week, I highlighted the need for a mindset shift. Before we start today, I just want to make one key point about investing with a focus when 10X returns. The number one reason you don't own companies that rise tenfold. Are you ready? The number one reason is you're not looking for them. We're going to change that. But before we do, there's more groundwork to be done. Today, we're going to look at what I believe is the most significant driver of asset prices. Based on my decades of investment experience and research, I find inflation to be the most significant driver of asset prices. We've all heard of inflation, but here's the definition we're going to be working with. Money printing and money creation is inflation. Inflation, money creation, same thing. It drives asset prices. When you read about inflation, like the price of eggs, energy, and rent, that's the result of inflation. Again, the actual inflation is when money is created. Got it? We're going to we're going to dive right into the deep end. When money is created, the value of the dollar or any currency goes lower. Since the year 2000, the US dollar has lost over half its value. Simply put, with all things being equal, you need twice as many dollars today to buy the same item as in the year 2000. So it should be no surprise. Eggs are at least twice the price today than in the year 2000. If you're on board with this concept, you're well on your way to being a 10Xer. Also note, inflation can have an effect on economic factors such as productivity and gross domestic product. If you're not paying attention to inflation, you may be missing half the picture. So, in the past couple of images, the year 1971 was featured. 1971 was big. 1971 was the year money creation exploded. Prior to 1971, the US dollar was fixed to gold, meaning dollars created had to be tied to gold reserves. After 1971, thanks in part to President Nixon, the relationship is no longer. Also, after 1971, US dollars can be created by government decree, meaning money could be created at will. We really must drive this point home. Governments print money. The more they print, the more things cost. Printing is like pumping air into a tire. When they print money, assets like gold, oil, copper, and lumber, they get inflated, just like a tire or a balloon. Are you with me? To drive the point home even further, when the value of the dollar decreases, the value of asset prices increases. If you're an asset owner, your assets offset the rising prices. If you don't own assets, your wages get stretched. This is the World Gap in action. Here's a picture of assets over time. As you can see, cars, art, stocks, gold, they appreciate. This is the effect of inflation. Perhaps the most significant asset affected by inflation are home prices. Some people get rich from real estate, while others get hammered. So, the story of inflation is as old as time itself. But we're in a whole new era now. The US government can't tax its way to solvency. We can only pay our debts by printing more money. I like to say printing money is inflation. Well, new debt is also new money creation. Debt is inflationary. Look at the U.S. debt picture. Just look at it. If you think that's bad, wait till you see this. We're spending over $1 trillion per year in interest payments. Guess how the $1 trillion is being paid? That's right. We print and create even more money. So this is where you might be in disbelief, because you'd say at some point the US government would have to stop printing money and my 10x strategy would be done, right? Not quite. Governments can't stop and won't stop printing money. As it stands, economies all over the world are supported by money creation. If they stop creating money, you have instant depression. And with that depression, you have social unrest. And governments just can't have that. Here's the secret. The financial system is rigged. It's rigged in your favor. Since you now know about one of the key drivers for asset prices, your job is to own it, assets. I'm going to wrap it up right here. Next week, we'll look at how we can start building a portfolio for 10x returns. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to like, subscribe, and set your alerts. Till next time.